Hi folks, here we are up in Colorado. Nice dry western climate here, so everything here is really solid. This is an estate clean out, so we're going to look through this stuff and get what we can, but we'll walk through the cars. And then there's also these houses. There's 4 houses full of parts, so we're going to look through them all and just enjoy the video. Well folks, we'll start over here. Here's a Cadillac sedan DeVille. We are in Colorado, so look at the lack of rust. Look at the chrome. Look at the bottom edges of this Cadillac. Just incredible, you know, how dry it is here and how well preserved these cars are. You can see the nice original interior in this one. Got the GM tag on there. Door shuts nice. So this is an estate clean out, and I think by spring they're hoping to sell all these. So there's a Cadillac, and here is a Corvette here. This is up on blocks. And this car only has 25,000 original miles. And you can look at the interior in here. Kind of a dark green. Now the paint is kind of cooked on the outside of the car, but this has a really nice interior. Just a good looking Corvette there, Stingray. And we got a nice little dent side Ford here. This is a short box and 4-wheel drive. And it looks like it's had one repaint over the years, but just a good solid old pickup. It's just amazing how things stay down here in Colorado. It's got a mismatched tailgate, but otherwise all good. This one's a Hupmobile 4-door sedan. Notice the suicide doors. These are real popular for drag racing and making hot rods. I'm just going to keep walking through them here. Here's kind of a nice little Ford van here. It's a short van. And we got a Ford here. This is a shoebox Ford. Now this one I think is a 49 or 50 body, but they took the nose off of that 4-door there, which was a 51, and put it on here. That's why you got the double bullets. But you'll notice that it's a 50 because a 49 should have the turnout handles. But you notice the dash here is the 4950 style. Good solid body. This one's a 2-door sedan. And there's no engine in that one. And here's the 4-door donor car that they took the nose off of. That one was a 51. This other one here, missing the front clip, is I think a 57 Pontiac. This is a 2-door hardtop. We'll get around the back here. Now we're hoping that some of the parts for these cars are inside these buildings, because a lot of them are got all the stuff taken off. Like this has all the tail lights and the front clip off it. But we'll kind of show you inside here. This is why we like coming out here. Look at the original floor in that thing. Just amazing, the lack of rust. And we got another chassis there, a GM chassis looks like. Here's a Ford Wrecker with a nice push bar on it. This one's a 350 dual axle. A nice wrecker boom on there. You can see we got our pickup over there in the red trailer, ready to load up parts depending on what we find here. A friend of ours come up with us here, Mark, and he's going to get these two 55 Chevys. This one's a 2-door sedan, a 210 model, I believe. But you can see the lack of rust. I mean, really solid. Just a couple little small holes. This one's got a later V8 engine in it. But a really solid body. Amazingly solid, actually. Look at the original paint on the quarter panels. Just a couple little small holes. Show you the inside there. Door shuts nice. You can kind of look in the trunk here. Look at the original mint green paint on the floor. Still got the paper labels there for the jack and stuff. Just a really solid car. So that one's going to go home with Mark, headed off to Wisconsin. There's the Ford van we walked by. And we got a Model A up there and some 32 stuff up there. We're going to look up there in a minute. This is another Ford here. This one's a 51, also a two-door sedan, really solid. It's got a 360 Ford engine in there. Somebody hot rodded some of these cars over the years. And here's another dent side Ford. This one must have got bumped in that fender. They changed the fender in the door, otherwise looks like original paint on this one. That one's a long box two-wheel drive. And we got another dent side Ford. This one's a dually with a little flatbed on it. Get around the front of it here. Got a nice little push bar on the front. And then we got a Bel Air here, 55 two-door hardtop Bel Air. These are the two that Mark is getting, the two-door sedan and this Bel Air. But here again, look how solid these are. Looks like much of the original paint on there. Somebody's changed the front fenders at some point. I can show you inside there. Doors shut nice. Just a good looking old Chevy right there. Now we got this semi-trailer to my right. That's full of car parts. And we got several houses here. This building, that house, and I think maybe that brick house we're going to get into. We're not exactly sure what we're going to get into yet because the guy that's in charge of this isn't here yet, but we'll continue videoing as we see stuff. I believe this one's a 35 or 6, one of the two. Two-door sedan Ford. You see the lack of rust on there, just good solid body, no holes in it. And this one's got a Chevy small block under the cover there. From there we're going to jump up on the top here and show you the other car bodies. Yeah, we'll look through these up on the top here. This one's a 28 or 9 Sport Coupe. Here again, really solid. Look at the bottom edges there. A little bit in the rear wheel wells. Nice solid subframe. Get on the other side here, work with the sun a little bit. There's that one, Model A Sport Coupe. This frame laying on the rack here is a 32 frame, 32 Ford. And here we have a 32 Firewall with the gas pedal still on it. Good solid Firewall, a couple extra holes in it, but a good part. Over here in the weeds we got a 56 Ford truck cowl. Now that's a lot of times either damaged from wind blowing the door open or rusted out, so that's a good piece to have. Got the dash and all in it. A couple nice big building jacks there. And this one is a 3031 truck cab. Here again, look at the lack of rust. That green looks like the original green. And look across the bottom there, no rust on that back panel. Very, very solid. You hardly ever see one that doesn't have rust along that back panel. That's all original. No patches in that. Sitting on a frame. That's a 3031 Model A Ford. And then we got some 32 stuff here. These frames, the two frames on the bottom there, look like Model A. And the top frame is a 32 frame. Got a bunch of Ford springs here. And another cross member. And this one's a 32 Ford two-door sedan, body on a frame. It's got a little rust along the bottom edges. A little bit right there. But that's about it. Good solid body. You can see inside there, look at the floor pans. Looks like a GM axle here, I think. I've seen quite a few rear axles. Yeah, that's a GM axle there. Quite a few rear axles lying around. Even got a satellite dish there still. So it's going to be a little difficult getting some of these cars out of here because it looks like some of them came in this little path here. And there's a path like that on the other side of the house, but then you got a retaining wall. So you can't go that way with the ones that are up where we're standing here. But we'll do what we can. I'm going to try to get a lot of parts, maybe a couple bodies. And Mark's getting the two Chevys. and we'll probably be back. But this one's a 31, I believe, Model A. It's what they call a slant windshield. You can notice the windshield posts like that. And the key to these is they're all framed in steel. So there's a little bit of trim wood, but unlike the regular Model A four-door, the 28.9s of the early 30s, they're full of wood. So this is all framed in steel, makes it a much more appealing body to a hot rodder. And this one is very solid. So you can kind of see that. And we'll jump over by the Willys here. Not sure what this pipe is going down the house. Exterior pipe on the house. You ought to see the brick house. We're hoping to get in there, but that brick house is all getting run down. A couple windows are poked out. But it's a really cool old house. And this house, you can see in the windows are just full of stuff. So we're gonna be in there too. But actually, I called this a Willys, but it's a Hupmobile. It looks a lot like a Willys, but it's a Hupmobile. There's your tag. I thought the firewall looked a little different than a Willys, but a similar looking body. Anyway, there's what that one is. So from there, we'll probably get into some of the buildings and check out what's in there once the guy gets here. And also at the end of this video, we'll show you what we bought. So stay tuned to the end. Well, here's a couple frames here. Looks like Model T frames there, two different styles. I think the one on the left is a truck frame, maybe. Just gonna scoot in between these buildings, see what we can see on the other side here. Walk down in between here. Well, there's another frame here. Get up on top here. That looks like a Ford frame, probably a 35 to 40. Looks like a good solid frame. These frames are very often rusted in the back here. Check this one out. A little pitting right there where the running boards were, but it's an X frame, and this piece comes in and it pockets stuff in between there, so a lot of times they're all rotted out right there. That's a solid one there. A couple Ford axles and another GM, or maybe that's a 9-inch Ford axle in front of there, I'm not sure. But there's a couple older style Ford axles there. And this is one of the buildings we're going to get into here in a little bit, but here's a Ford pickup. It's got a little flatbed on it. This one looks like a really solid cab on it. We'll kind of look inside here. Even the seat isn't too bad, but there's no motor and stuff in it. Taking the gauges out. Look at the nice header panel. A lot of these are rusted out. Somebody had a stereo up in there at some point. You got the antenna on the outside here too. It's got a small flatbed on it, but that is a half-ton pickup with the 5 lug wheels. Good solid old pickup. Well folks, the guy showed up here and we're gonna start looking through these houses. There's 4 houses full of stuff. 1, 2, and there's a white one behind it, 3. There's a white garage out back, 4, and there's this house. So there's 5, actually 5 buildings, but all of those houses were owned by the same guy, and he just had a massive collection of stuff. This is one of the most impressive places we've been to lately. And we'll just take you for a walk around them and show you what we can see. Well, we'll start with this one. He's got them all unlocked for us now to check them out. Now the lighting might not be the greatest. These couple houses are kind of run down. I don't know if there's any, yeah, there's some lights in there. But you can see over in the back there's a 55 or 56 maybe Chevy car front clip. There's a Ford truck grill there. These piles of wheels are early Ford stuff. He had a lot of 55, 6 Chevy stuff, and a lot of Ford stuff, hot rod stuff, shoe boxes, and older, Model A's, 32s, all that kind of stuff. So we're just gonna kind of walk around and see what there is here. Couple Model A frames. The houses are just full. of parts. Absolutely full. Look at all the drive shafts laying here. See if I can get any other lighting on here. I don't know where the light switches are here, but maybe you just got to pull these. I don't know. Yep, there we go. There's some more Model T frames up there. These are all dent side Ford pickup stuff. There's lots of doors, grills, dashes. Look at the chrome reverse wheels. It's one of those places that you got to look in every nook and cranny because there's stuff even piled up in the cabinets, just everywhere. You know, any place the guy could store something, that's what he did. So we're negotiating right now on some of the bodies, and then we're gonna get parts and fill up the bodies in my trailer. And I'm guessing we're gonna have a few rounds here. There's a spare tire mount for a pickup. Here's some subframes for early Fords right there. The whole subframe. This is Colorado, so things aren't all rotted out. It's all good metal. That's the nice thing out here, is whatever you find is good stuff because it's solid, you know. There's some 49 Plymouth bumpers there. The rippled bumpers. See if we can get in here a little bit. Turn this light on. There we go. There's a Model A rear panel, 28.9. There's a Ford truck grill here. Another 56 grill right there. Looks like some 56 front fenders. More wheels. There's some Mopar wheels there. It's just a crazy amount of stuff, and as you're going to see, just trying to get that light off. There's anything from mechanical stuff to body parts to trim, and you know, it's just quite a collection everywhere. And not only is it everywhere here, we're going to go upstairs in these houses too, and there's stuff upstairs as well. So, like I say, this is one of the most impressive collections of stuff I've seen in a long time, and we get to look at a lot of stuff, so it's pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what we get. It's kind of a long haul down here, so we got to make it worthwhile. Some Ford truck hubcaps there on the stairs. Walk up these stairs here. Tires. Look at all the Ford truck fenders here. Those are like 53 up. F100 fenders. Model A fender. Here's a Chevy fender here. There's a hardtop door GM. Look at the swivel bucket seats there with a swivel mount on them. There's some Ford truck doors there. Those are like 67 and 72. Some more of them right here. These are all Chevy doors back in here, 55 to 7 stuff. There's two sets of hardtop doors, some two-door sedan doors, four-door sedan doors. These are 32 to 4 Ford truck doors right there. So it's quite a mixture. And you know, we just got to look everywhere and get what we can. We'll jump over to the next place here. Well, just to give you an idea of the view here, look at the beautiful view. We're out on the edge of the Rocky Mountains here. And there's the three houses, 1, 2, 3, and we're on the porch of the fourth one here. This is a good looking arts and crafts style house. But here again, full of car parts. Model T cowl there. Here's a Model A cowl, 3031. Another one over there. These are quarter windows for Model A Coupe. Grill made up out of Chevy grill teeth, looks like. These fenders and the hood behind me here looks like it's off that Hupmobile that was out front. Here's a 32 column there. Looks like a steel top for a cab right there too. Some nice taillights. Good looking taillights right there. Those might be off that Hupmobile too, I'm not sure. Just an amazing amount of stuff. There's also household stuff in here too. There's some Model A bumpers down in there. I don't know, it's kind of dark in this room, but we'll jump back over this way. There's some Model A hood sides there. Another Chevy grill up on top there. Here's the hood for that Hupmobile right there. There's in these bedrooms, they're full of stuff in here. I don't know if we can get any light in here, but we'll get over here to where there is a little light. There's a 40 Ford pickup hood right there. Another Ford Deluxe hood. There's some 40 front fenders, 3940 stuff mostly. Mostly just household stuff in that room there. So this was just kind of a guy's lifelong collection of stuff here. Go down the stairs here into the basement. Well, we're down here. There's a 56 Ford truck cab down here in the basement. Jump over to this side. Looks like a Model A here. And I think this one's a Pontiac or an Oakland, one of the two. Here's the Model A. That one's a two-door sedan. And here's a 32 truck cab. Look at the condition of this stuff. I mean, that's Colorado for you. Nice solid stuff. There is the Cadillac right back there. Good looking old Cadillac. And here's another Ford coupe. Right there, 5-window. It's a good one. And we got another Model A back here. Here's the 56 cab that you could see from the other side. This is another Model A sedan here. Sorry for the lack of lighting down here, but it's pretty dark down here. Hard to get a good video down here in the basement. Here's some 53 to 6 Ford truck hoods. That one I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's a Mopar, or Dodge, or Plymouth maybe, or something like that. I'm not positive on that one. Maybe somebody can enlighten us in the video. This one's another Model A Ford. This one's a Sport Coupe, 28 or 9. There's another Ford truck hood here. Look at the nice set of Ford wheels here. The wide white tires on them, like 40 Ford style wheels. Here's a Model T Coupe, a 26 or 7 Model T. And that looks like another Ford subframe there, early V8 stuff, good stuff. So from there we're going to jump over to another house on the other side of the street again, and also the garage. This Cadillac only has, I don't know, low mileage. I don't remember exactly what the miles were, but it's a low mileage original car. Just pan through here one more time before we go up. This is one of the ones I'm hoping to get right there. But from there we'll jump over to the other place. Well, we're going to walk into this other house here. Looks like a Model A pickup box right on the porch here. Look at the polyglass tire there, it's kind of cool. Go in here. I don't know if there's a light switch in here or no. That's the outdoor light. Quite a mixture of stuff. Look at all the garnish moldings on the walls. Those are Model A coupe up there. Colorado license plates there. 49, 45. Kind of interesting numbers on them. That one with the 530. Oh, look at that one. Trinidad number 9. Some of the old road signs and stuff. There's a shoebox hood, Ford. This for us is like the holy grail, basically. I mean, there's just parts everywhere. Look at all these 30s windshield frames, seats. You move something like that, there's a 26 Model T trunk lid for a coupe. Not only is this stuff in Colorado, but it's been inside a number of years. This guy's been collecting stuff for decades. So a lot of this stuff's been out of the weather for a long time. These are 3031 Model A coupe. Those are real sought after. Those are the rear window sections. There's also the quarter panels over in the back there. Piles of Ford wheels everywhere. I mean, it's impossible to show everything here just because it's so much of it, but just want to give you an idea of this place, you know, what it's like. Look at that room, just full of fenders, quarter panel pieces, you name it. Step back out here. We're going to go upstairs here in this house. The garage over here is full of motors. I mean, there's got to be like probably 40, 50 motors somewhere in there. There's a bunch of Model A trim parts right there. Go up these stairs. This house is coming apart. You can feel the cold air coming right through the walls here. They want to get these all cleaned out so they can sell the houses. They're hoping that they'll be restored. Really hope that brick house is. That's a nice place. Oh, there's some bicycles. Look at the banana seat girl's bike there. Montgomery Ward. There's a cowl section for a 38.9 Ford truck. Oh, look at all the doors. Model A doors, 32 doors, 2-door sedan, coupe, you name it. There's another cowl in there, 32. Some rear fenders here. Those are 32 as well, looks like. I think those are glass. Yep, those are fiberglass. There's a Model A cowl underneath them. Front fenders here. Yeah, that's kind of the upstairs of that house. So we'll go back downstairs and go to the next one. Well, we'll just step in this house and check it out. Get this door shut all the way. These cases are just full of stuff. All kinds of small trim pieces, gauges, headlight parts, you name it. Step downstairs here. Oh, they've even got a Model T here. Now this Model T I was told was assembled down in the basement. They brought it in parts and assembled it down here, so it's going to have to be taken apart to get it back out of here, because you got to go up that little stairway. There's another 32 firewall. Look at all the garnishes. It's just an absolute sea of stuff everywhere. Running boards here. Look at the piles of windshield frames. 32s, Model A's. Model T windshield frames. Look at the jukebox in here. It's the old Seaberg trash can jukebox. There's Ford truck grills. Nice steering wheel up there. Looks like Cadillac maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's a Cadillac one. Header panels for Ford. That's 35, 36. And I'm just kind of scanning the stuff because you really got to dig through it all just to show everything there is. But another 32 column there. Look at the garnish moldings here. 2-door. Now there's another room back in here. They've not been able to get the lights on, but we'll kind of step over. There's one light bulb over this way where it's lit up a little bit. You can see the earth foundation here. It's coming in. but just seas of stuff. There's more garnish moldings. Look at them. I mean, you'd think those are common, but they're really hard to come by. Got some bell housing adapters. Offenhauser aluminum one. So he's big in the hot rod stuff, big in the early Ford stuff or the later Chevy stuff, as you can tell from the collection. There's a Ford truck grill there. And from there we're going to jump over to the garage area. And we'll jump in the garage here. We're trying to get the ladders out to get some stuff, but we'll kind of show you in here. Look at all the tools and everything. This one is full of engines. Big block Chevy. With the old safe. This 35/6 windshield frame for Ford. Look at the 32 grills. One there. One over there. This is a good looking project right here. 34 two-door sedan. Somebody started hot rodding. There's a 32 dash in there. That's a truck dash, I think. There's a 30. Looks like a 34 grill hanging up there. It's hard to show all the engines, but there's just a sea of engines, flatheads, big block Ford, big block Chevy, you name it. Some of those header panels that's always missing off of a Model A. There's the back end of a 32. There's a Chevy dash. Look at the Hires clock there, that's pretty cool. Oh, here's a real nice original 32 grill with original paint. Looks like a 32 windshield frame there. Mark's digging into the stuff back there. 32 cowl top and dash. You name it. There's everything. Model T stuff. There's Hemi engines in here. Chrysler Hemis, a Chevy, that's Ford. There's all kinds of stuff. So anyway, from there we're going to jump outside and finish it up out there. Well, that's about it for showing you the pieces and parts. We couldn't show them all in the video because there's just way too many of them. But we will show what we bought. So stay tuned and we'll show what we were able to get, what we loaded up and were able to bring home. So just hang on a little bit here. Hi folks, as promised, we're going to show you what we got here. So we started loading up some of this stuff. We did end up getting the 32 5-window coupe here, right there, nice solid one. We got some 56 Ford truck doors there. And there's some more inside there that are 56 Ford, and there's some 32 to 34 Ford truck doors. So we got all those. I'm going to show you over here. We got all these doors here. There's Model A, 3031, 28.9s. That one I believe is a Vicky door, Model A. So there's all those. Those are coupe doors right there. In the back we got some 32. So we got all those doors there. There's 32 Fords, Model A's, you name it. And we're going to jump over here and show you what we're loading into the trailer here. Okay, we got some 35, 36 Ford rear fenders there. We got some 30, 31 Model A coupe quarter panels. These visors are Model A. Those are 26.7 Model T headlights. Much of those garnishes are Model A coupe. And then there's some 34 sedan there, I think. This is another cutoff coupe quarter. Here's the bottom of it. There's two top pieces, two bottom pieces. The red ones are 28.9. Then we got two of the rear windows, which are hard to come by for the 3031. Nice clean deck lid. Here's a 32 firewall here. Nice solid one. We got this nice chrome Ford pickup grille. And these, I believe, are all Mopar windshield frames in the 30s. I think there's maybe some 35, 6, some 37 maybe right in there. This is a 26 or 7 Model T coupe trunk lid. So we got all that. I'll show you what's inside the truck here. Got this box of smaller pieces and parts. You can see there's all kinds of 32 gauges, Model A rumble seat brackets. I don't know, it's just some deluxe garnishes, a couple nice waterfalls, door handles, you name it. There's all kinds of stuff in there. We're gonna get some more small stuff like that too, but we won't be able to show it all just because we've, you know, it's kind of cold and stuff. We've been packing some stuff. It's nice during the day, but cold in the night. Look how solid this Model A cab is. This is a 3031 cab. So we got that in the trailer. We got some 32 dashes here. There's a truck dash and a car dash. Got a 34 Ford grill. A couple 32 grills there. Those are all original. Here's the Model A cab. Then we got a really clean 32 cab here. No rust in that back panel, nice and straight. We do have the firewall for it. You can see it's not in it, but it is up there in the back. But that's a really clean cab. Nice doors, nice bottom edges. Just about rust free. And then we got this one. This is a 32 two-door sedan. Nice solid car, just a little bit, you know, here and there of rust, but not much. And that's an extra door for one there. So I'll jump to the outside of the trailer and show you the other side of it here. Get around to this side. So there's the 32 two-door sedan right there. It's on a frame, original 32 frame, got the front and rear axles under it. We also got this really nice 32 grill. That might go on one of my projects. So not all this stuff is going to be for sale. Some of it is going to be, but it's also stuff that's like, for me, happens once every 5 or 10 years, so I got to keep some of it. Anyway, we're going to take you up behind the shop up here, but I am getting 2 more 32 frames, and there's another pile of parts up there too. So here's some of the other stuff I put in a pile. There's a coupe package tray. There's some hot rod suspension parts there. Got some front cross members. We got 32 rear panels. We got all kinds of windshield frames there, 32 to 34. There's some 37/8 truck ones as well. Let's see. Oh, there's the these header panels for the Model A. These are 32 door covers, go around the door opening. These are 32 headlight bar with all the lights on there, and some inner fenders for 35 Ford. So anyway, that's all stuff we got already, and we'll show you some more. So this is another pile we're getting here. We get some 38/9 Ford truck header panel and dash rail there. Got some, put this thing over here, got some windshield frames, Model A windshield frames. Got a Ford pickup grill, another Ford pickup grill there, 32 fuel tank. There's some 36 headlights, some more Model A windshield frames. There's a bunch of garnish moldings for 32s, and another firewall for 32 that'll go with that two-door probably that I got. You got the rear window for the coupe here with all the wood on it. So anyway, that's all that stuff. Well, folks, we made it back with load 2 here. So we're going to show you some of that stuff. We talked about load 1. You'll see some of that stuff in the background here. But we'll show you what we got on the second load. This is a 26 or 7 Model T coupe. Good solid one. That's the 32 coupe we got on the first load. This is a really nice floor section for a 32 two-door sedan. So if somebody's got a rusty one, it's even got the tail pan, the wheel wells. Really solid. There's like no rust in what's there. Got this Model A pickup box here. There's that one. We're getting it all unloaded here from the road. It's quite a haul. It's about 10 hours down each way. We've been down twice now. Those quarter panels are for 3031 coupe. Some cut off pieces. This other piece is for a 32 sedan as well. Two-door sedan, the back tail pan. But as you can see, we're unloading out of the red trailer there. And this is all the stuff that's coming out. So we'll kind of walk through some of this stuff here. Right now we're just making a big pile of it until we can organize it. So we got two 50s Ford tailgates here. These are 53 up. One's for a half-ton short box and one's for the deeper box there. These are Model A door posts. I got a bunch of early V8 radiators. Right there's a few of those. Here's a 32 column. That's an original 32 Ford column. These two columns here are F1 or F100 Ford pickup. These are some wishbones. They got the 35/6 tail end on them, but they've been modified for a hot rod. We got two bumpers there for 34, maybe 35, right in there somewhere. Actually, those are, I believe those are 34. Get on this side here. We got all kinds of wheels, 16-inch Ford wire wheels, smoothies. We got some skeleton wheels there, or wide 5, whatever you want to call them, but there's a whole pile of wheels there. We do a lot with wheels, so we're always looking for those. These are some 32 Ford rear fenders, some Model A door posts here. There's a tail pan for Model A. There's another bumper there. That one I believe is a 35 or 6. This is a whole pile of Model A stuff here. There's sun visors, header panels. There's some more. These are door posts for 28.9. There's a rear cross member there for a 35 to 40. This is kind of a hard piece to find for some reason. That's the gas tank filler panel for a 3031. So there's some dash panels and some, these are header panels, these are dashes. So that's all Model A stuff there. Got quite a collection here. I mean, this is a really good collection of early Ford V8 stuff and Model A stuff. This is a 28.9 Roadster cowl, really solid. It's got the dash rail in there. Just need some windshield stanchions and build up the back of your body. There's like a 40 rear window. These are some 32 to 34 Ford truck rear window garnishes. And all these are Model A rear garnishes. And then that bottom one there is a 35 or 6. And then there's a 32 fender there with the wheel well cut out. So some of these brake pedals, some 32s, some 34s. This one's a 39 with the hydraulic assembly on it. These are 35 Ford front fender brackets. Now all you Chevy guys are going to be crying about this because it's a lot of Ford stuff, but we can only buy what we can find. So this happens to be all Ford stuff. And so that's what we got here. We're not stuck on one make ourselves. We get all kinds of different stuff. We get lots of Chevy, Dodge, whatever. But anyway, that's what this stuff is. These are 37 to 9 Ford windshield or window regulators. There's bumper brackets. There's a piece off the frame. These are all 61 to 66 Ford truck. Those are the tailgate arms. These are all the things that go in the frame where the steering box mounts. So you can see 36 Ford car. This one's 46 Ford car. Looks like that's what that one is too, probably. There's some more Model A garnishes. There's all kinds of brackets and mechanical stuff, pitman arms. Here's a door latch. That I'm not sure what year that one is. We'll have to look that one up. These will fit 34 car or 35 6 truck. Headlight stands. You got some spindles, round back spindles. These are more suspension parts. You can see there's seat brackets. He had all these things hanging from the rafters As you saw earlier in the picture, more Pitman arms. Just piles and piles of this stuff hanging in the rafters. Here's some 33/4 front fender brackets. There's some more garnishes here. There's a whole set here. These are, I'm not sure if these are Model A or what they are, but we'll do some research on those. These are all Model A, all these door trim pieces. These are kind of nice. These are Cadillac valve covers. You can see the Cadillac script on there, and they're chrome. These are 35 Ford horns. The Deluxe is a pair of them. Some 34 tail lights. These are some rear bumper brackets there. There's, I believe, 4 32 hoods. Nice original 32 hoods. There's 4 of them there. So we're going to assemble some of the stuff we got, and then we'll be selling some of the extra stuff. But we got that 5 window we want to assemble. We got a 2-door sedan we showed you. And I've got a 3 window myself, so some of these parts will go towards that. That's another 32 cowl top right there. We got some 36 Ford car front fenders right there, and the lower grill piece. And those have all the inner fenders and brackets and everything on them. These are a pile of Model A and 32 front fender brackets. This is a back end of a 28.9 2-door. We got a lid here that I thought was fiberglass when I first looked at it, but it's not. You can see the original back. It's just got kind of a skim coat of filler on it, a little bit of filler on there. But otherwise, it's pretty solid. It must have had some dents, but I think that's a 32 coupe. There's a wishbone there, and some more coupe tail pans, or floor pan pieces. These headlight deals here go on a 53-6 Ford pickup. We got this grill, which is kind of beat up. It's got some nice headlights on it. It's solid, but it's got quite a bit of denting. Ford truck. And then these are off the same year. These are chrome running boards that somebody cut a hole there, had smokestacks on it, but the chrome's kind of peeling now. Be good on a patina rig or something. We'll back up here. You can see some of the stuff from the first load here. I filled this whole cab with stuff, full of stuff. I mean, this is really the mother load of early Ford V8 stuff, which is all kinds of stuff. Amazing, really. But the guy was 80-something years old, had a lifelong collection. There's a 28.9 cowl. You know, and talking about that, having this big collection of stuff, we're always looking for estates like this. You know, if anybody out there knows of a big collection that somebody wants to turn into cash, let us know, because we're always a good cash buyer for this kind of stuff. Here's a 26.7 Model T dash. That's a Chevy dash behind it. There's a couple 32 dash inserts there. There's the gauges in that one. There's some BLC style headlights. There's 2 pairs of those. Right there's the other one. This headlight's a King B. There's a nice commercial style fog light. These are 35-7 Ford truck headlights. Here's a pair of chrome Chevy valve covers and some finned cast aluminum ones. Here's a 35, I believe, tail light stand. 35 or 6, one of the two. There's some Ford pickup. I believe those are 3/4 ton because they're kind of large. Hubcaps. These are Model A dash rails. This is the top piece for a 30 or a 31 slant windshield. Goes up above the windshield. There's another Model T dash 26.7. Got some Model A carburetors here. Here's the other spindle to match the other one I showed you. Look at all the door handles. Piles and piles of them. All wired together. Those are all up in the rafters there. So there's all kinds of those. These are kind of hard to come by. These are, there's a pair of these. They're for a Model A 2-door sedan. They go that way. They're the rear quarter window garnishes. We sell those all the time when we can find them. There's some Ford horn buttons here. Right there. You got the rod still on them. These are shoebox Ford windshield garnishes. There's another 39 rear garnish. There's a bunch of driving lights and fog lights in there. Here's a 33 or 4 door latch. These are kind of cool. There's a Century Beer, nice porcelain tag on it there. That's the beer tap. There's another one here too. Kruger maybe. It's got a K on it. Here's a Ford V8 gas pedal for a 32, I believe. These are kind of cool. These are bookends. There's a pair of them. And you look at 1926 it says on there. So those are kind of nice. There's another 32 gauge. Another one there. So we got all that stuff. We got these headlight bars here. These two are 32. That's a Model A that's been converted to steel beam. And then that's a commercial truck there. Well, those are popular for hot rods, but these are the original style 32s here. Get on this side here. This thing is a, oh, let's see, there's a hot rod plaque there. Stalkers. It's got a coupe on it. This is a 32 Ford under grill pan. And then there's a, let's see if I can move a couple of these things. There's a clock here. If I can get this out of here. There you go. Nice Hires clock there. There's a 37 Ford dash. There's a 39 dash there. These are frame horn covers for 32s. Those are 40 Ford rear quarter windows there. We got some nice bumpers in these blankets here. These are, I had to wrap these up because they're all nice chrome on them. We don't want to scarf them up, but there's a 33 or 4 bumper there. Well, maybe it's a 35. I'm not sure with the double bars on it, but these are 32s here. All in good shape. So we got all that stuff, which we've laid out there. And we've still got some more here in the trailer. This is kind of a cool yield sign, yield right away. I like the old highway signs. We did get a Colorado Route 12, which I put at the house already because I collect those, so that's already in the collection. This is a nice big axe here, fireman's axe. This guy was a fireman, and you can see the old decal on there. Just a nice looking old axe. Got a couple street signs there. There's a column drop. We've got a Model A door latch there. These are 33 or 4 taillight stands. Those are 33 or 4, they call them bubbles or inner fenders. There's another spindle there. Well, I got those 2 bell housings right there. They're Offenhauser, and the bottom one is a Hemi to an early Ford transmission. So I think I'll use that for my own project. And then we got this 34 Ford here. This is a 2-door sedan. Looks like it's got a Mustang steering box, like a 67 Mustang steering box. We rolled this axle under it because it did not have a front axle. The guy was gonna street rod this or whatever. You can see put a recessed firewall, different engine mounts, but we wanted to roll it in the trailer, so we put a stock Ford axle under there just to roll it. But you can kind of see it's a good solid Western body, really not much rust in it. I think there's a few pinholes on the driver's side and the rocker panel. And inside of it is the hood and the bumpers and the front fenders, the inner fenders, the front fender brackets are down there. There's also, in that cardboard box right there, is a whole floor pan system. You know, if you're going to put an automatic transmission later transmission, you can get that all put in there. And you can see the wood's all pretty good. He put some new wood bows on the roof, and the rest of it's all good original. It's got a, you can't really get back in there, but it's got a 9-inch Ford rear. We're going to jump out of the trailer to the other side here, and I'll show you the other side of it. Jump over there. Here's the other side of it. You can see it's all, looks like a lot of it original paint, or maybe old repaints. There's your later wheels, because it does have a, like I said, a Ford 9-inch in there. I don't know if I can look under there, it'd probably be too dark. But anyway, you can see a few pinholes along in there, but a really solid body, make a great project. That's a 2-door sedan. And we got this box here, we can unpack a few things. It's always fun coming back from a trip, and it's like almost like Christmas, you know, just unpacking what you got and kind of reminiscing. Got some 20s cowl light. There's a Dodge, I think a Dodge, it's definitely Mopar, late 50s hood ornament. This is kind of a neat little balsa wood hot rod that a kid carved back in the 50s. Notice the Hemi engine there, kind of cool. Got the other wheel for it in the box here somewhere. 50 Buick taillights. Those are popular for hot rodding. These are 32 aftermarket taillights there. Some more windshield garnishes. Put those in there. There's a 49 or 50 Plymouth hood ornament. A boat on it. Got a late Model A dash with the round speedometer. Oh, this is kind of a cool DeSoto emblem. Right there, late 30s. Goes on the trunk. Some Model A door handles here. One there. One there. Speedometer. Ford speedometer there. Another speedometer. Not sure if that was a Jeep one. That might be the Jeep one. There was some Jeep stuff in there. A Jeep wagon or something. Jeepster. This is a nice little compass deal here made by Hull. Accessories. 32 cowl light bucket for Ford. Not sure what this gauge cluster is. It's a good looking one. There's the little wheel for that car I was looking for. That's the loose wheel for the car. Here's some original style 32 taillights. There's the other cowl light that matches the other one. A pair of those. Another Ford taillight stand. This here's a Ford door latch. 32 Ford, it says coupe. Might use that on the 5 window, I don't know, but I think the door is open and shut on that already, so I might not need it. Yeah, here's the Willys Jeep gauge cluster, part of them. That must be what that other speedometer was. There's a reproduction 32. It looks like an original emblem on a reproduction base, probably. It goes on the 32 grill around the radiator neck. Another Ford speedometer there. All kinds of stuff. Look at these. Custom cab for 61 to 66 truck, I believe. Here's a 33 or 4 gauge bezel there, or backing, surround, whatever you want to call it. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's a Lodge tin, and you open it up, and it's got a little spark plug in there. Lodge spark plug. Kind of cool. Oh, there's a 33 or 4 gauge. Original. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, another speedometer there. Another Ford speedometer. 30s one. And we got a bunch of these hood latches here. There's like 6 or 8 of those. And there's a door latch right there, maybe Model A. Another Ford taillight. Oh, and there's a cowl vent here. Right here, cowl vent door. There you go. Well, that's about the end of the load here. We've got a couple more things we'll show you in the box, but please subscribe, give us thumbs up, give us good comments. All those things help. Here's the glove box doors. There's a 37 car door and a 35 or 6 or 7 Ford truck glove box door. And we got a windshield regulator here for a 34 Ford car. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next round.